buyers are canceling, home prices are dropping, builders are giving incentives, there's concessions, high rates. What does this mean if you are a potential buyer in Phoenix Metro, even if you're a seller? What happens next? Is the sky falling? My name is Rich Brecklin. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your Arizona real estate agent with ΓEA Broker. So yes, we are seeing a lot of big changes. Now some said they've seen this coming, but they've been saying that for the last 6 years. And well, now you can rejoice because you're right, sort of. We are seeing buyers cancel contracts, but why is that? Now in this report that came out, Redfin said that 21.6% of buyers in Phoenix Metro canceled their contracts. Now, why do you think that is? Well, they just all of a sudden didn't like the neighborhood? Well, there might be a little bit of that, but what we're really seeing is these rates have done a number on people's budgets. Some people went into a home under contract on a Friday, and then come Monday, like it happened this week, with the rate hike, well, no longer are they able to afford that home and support that monthly payment with their income and what they're pre-approved for. And we're seeing buyers now pushed out of the market yet again, like they were when they were overbid. So this puts buyers and sellers at a bad spot. So what do you do in that situation? How do you overcome that? Well, for example, here's one thing we just did with some of my clients. Rates jumped up and they wanted to get this home, $400,000 home. Now they could have offered, way less. Say they offered 3% less, but what they did, they were negotiating a 3% seller credit, ended up saving them hundreds of dollars per month versus just getting the price lower. Now, if they wanted that same monthly payment that they're getting with a 3% seller credit, that $400,000 home needed to be under $350,000. And that was not something that's gonna happen, at least not right now. You can take your time a little bit. You don't have to be rushed, and you can make some decisions that benefit you more than they benefit the seller, and you have a little bit more leverage. However, for some buyers who are already under contract with their rate locked in, maybe you're not thinking about it like this, and maybe sellers you aren't either, but if you're negotiating and trying to get repairs and nickel and dime the seller could say, you know what, no, we're not doing that. And if you wanna cancel the deal, go ahead, but you're already locked in at this rate you had, and now good luck going and getting this new higher rate. Again, that's a case by case, and that's something you're gonna have to evaluate if you're in that spot. Hopefully you're not, and everything is going great for you. Phoenix is sliding in the home price. Now, Phoenix was leading the nation in year-over-year appreciation, but then we went the other way and we're leading the nation in new inventory. With new inventory, high rates, well, we have to come down. Now, taking a look at the Cromford report that'll pop up right now, and as we look, we have 19,714 listings, excluding under contract backups. But the number I want to show you right here that I've been tracking and talking about usually every other video is this listing success rate. 67.7% of homes that get listed actually make it to the closing table, compared to around 90% 2 years ago. And then if we look at this average monthly sales price, we're still above 5, we're at 533, down from 552 last month and 599 last quarter. Now, home buyers, they should like to see that, because the trend, if you were thinking, oh, I'm gonna buy in 6 months, man, the way this growth is happening, which is pretty much around $750 per day is what we're seeing. Again, a buyer, you should feel some sense of relief. If you were looking, last quarter and thinking you're gonna buy in 6 months, you're probably wondering, man, what is that price gonna be? Is this gonna keep going? I'm not gonna be able to afford this. And now you see these downward prices and you get some relief, you feel happy, but then you're met with higher rates. So then what do you do? And that's where that seller concession and rate buy down does come into play, anticipating you could refinance later. But again, it's a case by case basis. But if you look at where we were 2 years ago, we've already, established that footprint of being, over $200,000 above that. Now, will we get below 408 as an average? I don't know. The median, 439, down from 446, down from 475 last quarter, but still up from last year at 410 and 2 years ago at 326. I'm not Nostradamus. My crystal ball is completely out of batteries, but I don't know if we're gonna get down to 3.25 for a median sales price, but who knows? I cannot predict the future. Who knows what's gonna happen as we get closer to election season. But those are some of the big things I wanted to hit on, when it comes to what we're seeing right now in this market. And then when it comes to builders, so there's a ton of big builders. We have a lot of builders here with Toll Brothers, Lennar, David Weekley, D.R. Horton. Now, Lennar is one of the bigger. I didn't say best. They're one of the bigger home builders, and they are lowering home prices, incentives. I don't know if they started paying real estate agents a co-op yet, but they've even said about selling off sites where they're not building yet if it doesn't meet their underwriters. So they're looking at it too of, are we gonna continue building homes when we know there's not buyers? I mean, it's a smart decision, right? Why would you keep building homes if no one is going to buy them? So, but it's no secret, we've got a ton more homes for sale right now. According to this infographic, we're up almost 170% new listings from a year ago. Now, that's a huge number, but also we were well below normal inventory. Honestly, we're still below normal inventory for what we should have in this market, but we're pretty much balanced. We were just used to the extreme, 2 years ago, up until March, we started seeing things shift. Future, what do these rates continue to do? If the rates continue to go up, then that causes a whole bunch of issues for buyers who couldn't buy before because of competing with multiple offers, the home prices, waiving appraisals and incentives. Now you have to worry about just being able to afford the monthly payment where you're getting the money. And like I said when I was talking about concessions earlier, so normally we would see 20 to 30% concessions in this market, not this present market, but this location in Phoenix Metro. That was normal. And for a while we didn't see any of that, and now it is creeping back up. So 30% of new home sales have offered a concession to buyers. So that is something that is a trend moving forward. And again, finding a solution to the problem that you're faced with. And if you're a buyer, taking advantage of that, getting that rate down is a huge factor to look into when you're buying your next home. As we head into October, November, December, really that's when you start seeing some sellers who want to get their home before the first of the year and want to take advantage of that. Sellers want to unload that property before the first of the year. So traditionally, that's when you'll be able to get more deals. Now, more sellers will start putting their homes up on the market after the holidays pass. Now, with the Super Bowl being in Phoenix or Glendale this year, that's also going to cause more traffic, more open house traffic. It might bring in, some people looking to buy a winter home. Also, if you own a home here, there's people capitalizing on that, doing some short-term rental for an ungodly amount. So if that's something you're looking at, if you're looking at coming here to watch the Super Bowl, good luck and get your pocketbook out, because people are going to be overcharging like crazy. Let me know what questions you have, what comments. Again, if you're looking to move here, comment below. And then I also have a link for my relocation guide. Once you complete that, then I will email it to you separately. And also, if you're looking to move anywhere in the US, fill out the contact form in that link in the description, and I'll put you in touch with one of my colleagues across the country. Like always, if you have any questions, need anything, reach out. My contact info is below, and I'll see you on the next one.